Yo, welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate your support. On this episode, we are here on Himmelsdorf, and I'm in my Tier 9 T10 Russian tank, heavy tank, in a 357 middle tier on Himmelsdorf, and I'm looking at the the FV 15B 183 on the other side, the IS4, the JT, and I'm thinking with my relatively lightly armored and fast heavy tank, I'm actually going to go up top. Looks like the JPZ is going to clog up the banana, as I've heard it say on the RU and EU cluster. Tend to call it Tank Alley on North America. Interesting how fast that JT got there. I'm in a pretty fast heavy tank and was spawned right there. I basically drove straight ahead, and he was able to get that corner and spot me before I could get around. That's one of the dangers of going up the hill from the direction I went as opposed to going backwards. However, if you spawned like I did, I didn't show you this, but I was on this front right corner right here, and I just drove straight as opposed to turning around and coming all around the back. That's going to get me up the hill a little bit faster. The Rev's right behind me. I'm actually a little bit faster than he is in a straight line, or at least as fast. You can see that this has not changed much right here. We've seen this, I think, a couple times now in my videos. And we're going to head up to the hill. Now, the hill, this is standard battle, so it's not encounter. If it was encounter, I would tell you you absolutely need to go up the hill. In a standard battle, you got to kind of look at what's going on and pay attention to the setup. My decision was made by having the E100, the JPZ, and what they had on their team. I felt that I would be more effective up here if I could help the mediums. This is kind of heavium kind of tank, so I'm going to help the mediums get up here, take down what's on top, and then we'll come down and around behind them. The key to that on standard as far as the hill goes is to not get bogged down, so you really got to get in there and start killing these guys. He ends up getting a track. Patton gets hit. He gets frustrated. He's going to come out and take a shot on me. By golly, I'm getting my 1 point of damage in, and off he goes. The Emil's fired a couple times. In fact, I believe he's actually out. Now he's out, because he won't fire again. I'm going to come in here and shoot into the dirt. I'm not even sure what happened there. I do have my effects turned down a bit, so I think what happened there is I actually did hit the dirt. There's a crit. I have no idea how I hit his tracks right there. I did damage, and unless it went through that pike nose, the frontal pike nose, and into his track, I don't know. That's strange. Sometimes I can't figure out how crits happen in this game from where you hit them. Now, I know there's some ricochet stuff and other things that the engine does when it figures pins and where the shots go after that, so I can only assume that's what it's from, but man, it can be really strange sometimes. I'm just going to take a shot at him as I go. No reason to stop and let him take an aim shot. I'm going to come around this corner so he doesn't hit me. Taking a bit of a chance, but I was fairly confident that the guys were still pointing at the E100 and not really paying attention to what was going on the hill. Although they will be now. You got the 252U, he's coming around here. I don't even know if he sees me because he doesn't have his turret towards me. I'll just blast him as we go. Do a little bumper cars action off of him. And I know we've got an IS4 and a JT here. So I've got some friends. At first I thought they were charging us, and then I saw my guys moving up. My guys. And so I'm going to get over here. We'll side scrape, such as the T10 will side scrape. But in a situation like this, the side scrape is more about just limiting the amount of your tank that's exposed rather than expecting a bounce. Now, I'd like to get one, but see how I just minimized the exposure there as best I could. I see the 252 charging in. We'll use him. I'm going to dodge around behind him. When somebody does that for you right there, where he goes in and takes the hit, you need to keep trucking as well. Don't let the IS4 hit your buddy and then post up back there behind and allow the IS4 to keep his front armor to you. The 252 went in there in order to help win right there. So you got to follow that up, get around him like we're doing, and now we can just punish the crap out of this IS4 and take him down. There he goes. So this is cleanup on aisle 2. Off we go. This is another example right here coming up of the things you need to do if you're looking to maximize the damage that you do. There are certain times in the game where you just have to to press W and fire. Use your tank as a ram, get in amongst them, turn their turrets, take as many shots as you can. And if you've got hit points like I do, then there's no sense in playing peekaboo. Just get in there and start wrecking them. I know the Udes is very light. I'm not too worried about him, so I'm just going to come around here. Looking for a shot on him. Couldn't get it. So we'll kill that. We're going to ram the Tiger II for whatever I can get. We're going to go around the E50's carcass to shield myself as best I can from the Tiger II. Kill him off. Dodging the Tiger's 2 shots. Down he goes. And I added, what, another 900 or so hit points to my damage total by just charging in. If you notice, everyone else around him was just playing peekaboo. Obviously, the Scorpion doesn't want to go charging in there. That wasn't a great idea for him there. And the Mod 1 followed me in, but of course the point is still valid. Just get in there and get your hit points, man. The game is essentially over, and who cares if you take a few scratches on your tank? Frankly, at that point, because the game's won, who cares if they even kills you? As long as you got a bunch more hit points than you would have had you been playing peekaboo. Plus the assist damage and, if you track guys and all that kind of stuff. All right, that is it for Himmelsdorf. Taking the hill on a standard battle can be done. You got to do it the right way. Don't just go droning up the hill on standard on Himmelsdorf just because, you think the hill is the best spot. It really isn't necessarily. You have to take a look at the team setup, yours and theirs, and make a intelligent decision vice just a reflexive, I always go hill kind of thing. All right, that is it for now. We will see you later.